What is going on, guys? On this video we're gonna go over the Otterbox Defender Pro case for the Galaxy S22 Ultra. First we're gonna go over the installation, so if you do not care about that you can skip ahead, where we're gonna do a quick review and I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on it. First of all, if you are looking for this case, you are gonna notice that there are two different kinds. If you go to their actual website, you're gonna notice that there's this Otterbox series which doesn't have all the grooves or the design pattern on the back. The main difference is supposedly this one is supposed to have like an antimicrobial feature. It's supposed to be more sanitized, cleaner. Overall, I like this design better, but if you prefer the one that has just pretty much no pattern, everything is pretty much grainy, flat in the back, definitely go with the other one. For the installation steps, you're gonna first try to get the outer layer out. It seems like it's pretty tucked in there. With your finger, you just gotta get one part out and the rest will come out easily. As you can see, I was able to get some of it out, and from here I'm just gonna slide my finger all the way around it and the rest will just slide out like butter. Once we get the outer layer, we're gonna put this one to the side. The next thing we gotta do is we gotta break this, or not break, but take this inner shell, hard shell, into two pieces. You're gonna notice in the back, you're gonna have several arrows where it's telling you where all the clips are. So you have to make sure that you first go through it and you pop each clip off so you can remove it. And the way you do it again is just with your finger. Now just slightly pull it to the outer and just pull up a little bit. Don't put any pressure in it. Don't put too much pressure in it. Do not want to break it before you even use it. It should just pop off very easily. Again, as you can see. There's one more here and one more down here. Once we get the shell case apart, now we're gonna proceed and put the phone on the bottom shell case. One thing that I like about the Defender Pro and the Otterbox in general is that they do have a pretty nice padding in the back where it kind of adds additional protection. Just remember, anytime you're gonna put a phone in a case, make sure you have no debris, nothing in here that may scratch the phone. So you just basically slide the phone right in the back, just like that, and we're just gonna follow the same steps, but we're gonna just pop each clip in. So before you force it in there, make sure you got the bottom part that goes towards the bottom and the top is pointing towards the top, so you're not forcing it and breaking it. Try to line it up, and from there, just once you get one to click in, just go around and just make sure you click all the other clips through. Just carefully, just go through it. You can see where the clip went in through the tab, and make sure that every single one of them pop right in there and it's pretty secure. We're just gonna go back. We're gonna get the outer shell and we're gonna pop it right in there. Once you do that, you're gonna notice that now you gotta put the sleeve to go right in there again, like we initially took it off. And very similar, once you get one piece of the sleeve to go in there, like we did here, all you gotta do is with your finger, you gotta put some pressure on the outside and just kind of tuck it in, and it should just basically go in very easily, just like butter. All right, once we're done, we're gonna just check it one more time. Make sure it's just perfectly wrapped all the way around. Nothing is loose. And once we do that, then that's it. You have successfully installed your Otterbox case on your Galaxy S22 Ultra. It does come with a clip. A lot of people love the clip. A lot of people don't want to use this case without a clip. It does get pretty bulky. You can get it in your pockets, but if you have tight jeans, definitely you're gonna struggle with it. But a lot of people do prefer to walk around with it, having the clip on. Normally you will basically put the screen face in towards the clip, then you have this clip that clicks in there and it keeps it pretty secure, and then you just clip it to your belt or your pants. You can do it horizontal or you can do it vertically, just however you like, whatever preference you like. Another cool thing about this is that you can also use it as a kickstand to consume content. So what you do is you just pop it out, and then on the clip you bring it up, and then you're gonna press on the clip until it clicks, and you're gonna notice that the click now turn into a little tripod stand to consume content. And to release the clip, what you do is normally you want to hold it, but if you just press on this tab, it will automatically let it go. But I don't recommend you do that. That's one way to break things easily. So once you click it, hold it, click it again, and just help it come back into place. Now, one of the first things that I always take notice lately, especially with all the phones that have a large camera section in the back or multiple cameras, this kind of defeats the purpose of the protection, right? When you're spending a lot of money on a case to keep your phone safe, and your camera area where all your cameras are is exposed, it kind of defeats the purpose, especially when one of the biggest features or most important features of a device is the cameras. If you drop the phone, yeah, it will protect it, but if you drop it and if you just hit the wrong angle or the right angle and it hits the cameras, I mean, you're gonna have pretty much zero protection here on this area. One of the things that I do like that they did is they also improved it. A couple of models ago, they used to have this whole section used to be open. So as you can see, they now added an indentation. So the corner at least is better protected. Used to have pretty good protection on this section, and the case does not get on your finger while you're trying to get the S Pen out. So if you're getting any Galaxy Note or any of the newer S models that come with an S Pen, this is very important on the case. You want to be able to get to your S Pen in and out all the time easily, where you don't have to struggle where the case is getting on the way. You got the grill speaker, of course it's not going to be blocked. You do have this little dust cover on the bottom where you charge it. It does come off and pops right in easily, so it's not hard to remove and add and put it back in there. As you can see now, because we do have that other microphone on the bottom, this kind of makes that tab a little bit weird where you have that extra hole, and I don't know how long this is gonna resist, because now you have a weak point right in this corner every time you keep using it. But let's find out and see how long this is gonna last. We look on the top, again, you just have your cutout for the other microphone. Not much to see there. On the sides, you have this little design pattern that gives you better grip when you're holding the phone, and you're gonna get that on both sides. Looking at the buttons, volume rockers, pretty clickable. I did had some bad experience on some older models before where the volume rockers were pretty hard to press on it. I'm not sure if I just got a defective case. I have been reviewing these cases for a while now, and only once I had that issue. So if you get a case and the volume rockers, the buttons are not clickable, they're not easy to press, you may have a faulty or a defective case, so make sure you check that out. A couple of other things to point out. The case, it's not a perfect snug. Like if you move it around or you tap it, you kind of feel like there's something loose inside, and it's just the way the design is. Inside you got the hard shell, on the outside you got this soft plastic wrap that goes around it, and there's really no solid attachment between the two layers of protection. So sometimes you may feel like there's something loose on the side, or you can feel something hollow, but it's not that bad. Like I think I was getting it more initially when I first put the phone in there, but after using it for a little bit, it just started to feel more solid. You do have a pretty good lip protection on the top and on the bottom, which is right here, and that is in case you happen to drop the phone down or it slides across. That is going to give you a pretty significant distance between the front display and the outer layer of where the case protects it. Now with that said, you have to keep in mind that sometimes when you have that lip, it is a little bit hard to get to the notification bar. So as we can see right now, you may have to get used to it. It's not that user friendly all the time. Like if you're trying to get to your notification bar, because you have that distance between the top of the phone, the top display, and the outer lip layer, you may miss where the area where you have to activate the notification bar to slide down. So just getting used to it. Same on the bottom. The bottom is not so bad. This initially it was a hit and miss, but now I'm getting used to it, so it's not as bad as it is on the top. I normally don't use this case. I have tried using it before. I think the most I used it was for about a month, and then eventually this became too bulky, too heavy just to carry it around. I mean, for me, especially knowing that you have the camera exposed, I know a lot of people that work in construction, that they're out and about, they like this type of cases. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of it, even though I do feel like their quality in general, overall, the Otterbox does not disappoint. Of course, they do come at a pretty hefty price, usually around $60, $65. Sometimes you can get some deals going on. I also had many people tell me that even with this case, they had their phone damaged where they drop it and it just hit the right angle, or it just hit with the enough force where it still managed to crack the glass or the back panel. So remember, just because you buy the most expensive case, the most rugged case that they advertise, doesn't mean that you're always going to have 100% protection. When it comes to wireless charging, I don't have any issues. I think I tried them before, and I don't remember seeing any decrease in power share on the charge while using wireless charging. The thing that I did notice was that when you're trying to use power share, which is another feature that you get with some of the Samsung devices, is that if you are using another device, it picks it up right away and it works fine. If I try using, for example, a watch, I tend to struggle with it. Like if I find a spot, then it's telling me that I don't have it in the right location. So I do find it a little bit tedious when it comes to charging the smartwatches that I have, and they're Samsung watches too as well. So don't really have as much issues like this with other cases. Thank you for watching, guys. If you want to go check out any other videos that I have on the S22 Ultra, I'll have a link here, and I'll see you on the next one.